everyone, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I have weekend news number 3, and I know like this is like really recent, like I just introduced that I'm gonna do this, but I don't think weekend news is really working out per se. There's the weekends that like I don't do it because something happens, like Booktubeathon is happening, or I don't do it because I only read 50 pages. And I just feel like it's just me and Weekend News are not getting along. And the fact is, I thought of Weekend News because that was back when I was reading like 2 or 3 books a weekend and I was going crazy. But like this weekend I only read 1 book. So it's like, do you still want me to do Weekend News even if I only read 1 book? Or would you just rather wait till I do my weekly wrap up? I don't know. You let me know down below and I'll take that into consideration. So the 1 book that I did read this weekend was The Guardian by Nicholas Sparks. Don't mind these Post-its. These are like my bookmarks. I'm trying to get used to using a bookmark. So I've been using like Post-its. So yeah, that's what that was. But honestly, I've read 5. This is my 6th Nicholas Sparks book, I think, this year. And oh my god, like this is honestly like my favorite. I don't know why I did not get into Nicholas Sparks sooner, but like honestly, I love him. This book blows my mind. I wish it was a movie, but I could kind of see why it isn't a movie. But it starts off with this woman, and of course I'm going to blank on her name, Julie, and it's like Christmas. And she had just lost her husband like 4 months ago. She's a widow at 25. She's like all depressed. And she gets this package in the mail and she's like, what the heck? And she looks at the letter and she knows it's from her husband. And it's saying like, if you're getting this, like, you know I'm gone. And he gives her a Great Dane puppy so that way she always has somebody with her and that she's not going through this alone. And she's got this whole backstory, which I'm not going to go into. And then that's just the prequel, and then it jumps to 4 years ahead. And it's like when she starts to finally start dating again. And she meets this guy named Richard. And she kind of goes out with him a little bit, but she's also noticing Jim, her deceased husband's best friend, and she's starting to be like having feelings towards him. So she doesn't know who to choose, and she's kind of like iffy because Richard just like sweeps her off her feet, like takes her on all these like amazing dates, but Mike, she kind of has this like, but it's Jim's best friend, like, do I go there kind of thing. And yeah, so from the beginning you could kind of tell something's wrong with Richard. Like, I just like, the whole time I kept reading about him, I'm like, he's really, no, like something's wrong with this guy. And it continues throughout the whole story. I don't really want to give it away, but obviously she ends up needing a guardian. But honestly, this is so suspenseful, so thrilling, and the ending made me cry, as always. But the characters and just the development of the story, like, throughout the book, like, really, like, made me want to keep reading. And I just want to keep talking about it, but, like, I'm so scared about spoiling it because when you read the inside, it really doesn't say, like, oh, maybe it does. It kind of gives it away. Maybe I'll read this real quick. It's, like, literally a little bit. And it says, Julie Berenson's young husband left her 2 unexpected gifts before he died. A puppy named Singer and the promise that he would always be watching over her. Now, 4 years later, 29-year-old Julie is far too young to have given up on love. She may be ready to risk caring for somebody again, but who? Should it be Richard Franklin, the sophisticated, handsome engineer who treats her like a queen, or Mike Harris, the down-to-earth nice guy who was her husband's best friend? Choosing one of them should bring her more happiness than she's had in years. Instead, Julie is soon fighting for her life in a nightmare spawned by a chilling deception and jealousy so poisonous that it has become a murderous desire. Yeah. This book. And I think one of my favorite characters in it was Singer, who's the dog, because he's got such a personality. Like, he's always like, he knows stuff. Like, he's just like one of those dogs that is so perceptive of everything, and he interacts with everybody. You tell Singer to go get the phone for you, and he'll go get that phone for you. He is such a great character, and this book is so good. If you like Nicholas Sparks and you haven't given this one a try, give it a try. If you haven't tried Nicholas Sparks and you want to read this one, go for it, because this was like my favorite out of all of them that I've read this year. So that is The Guardian by Nicholas Sparks. And if you have any other Nicholas Sparks books that you would like to recommend, leave it down below. I know right now I really would like to try Safe Haven, because I haven't read that one yet, but I don't own it. And The Last Song, but I don't own that one either. So if you know any others, leave them down below. And I will see you guys really soon. What was that? Really soon. Okay. Bye, everyone.